Hello, welcome, and thank you all for taking this time out and joining this particular session. Okay, guys, we understood that okay, yesterday we have covered very basic things that what we are going to cover, what we are going to offer, and what will be the course curriculum, what will be the structure, and what will be the methodology that we are going to follow as part of this particular course curriculum. What sort of tools, what sort of access, what sort of different roles that you have been working upon as a technical techno-functional consultant. What is the primary work that you are supposed to work upon? And for pursuing that particular work responsibilities, what sort of different tools and techniques offered by Oracle that we have discussed in brief. Okay, so guys, this is being an extended session, a free session that we have planned for a demo so that you will be getting a more clarity about this particular course curriculum and you can plan to get enrolled. And believe me, and this particular course will help you out to accelerate your career to switch from one domain to another domain, and that domain should be a long lasting domain. You does not need to switch different sort of domain, and there will be a wide sort of opportunities. In addition to that, you will be always working and correlating yourself to a bigger sort of client, bigger sort of customers, and you are not being ending up as a just a technical consult developer or something, but to be treated and considered as a consultant. Consultant means that you have your skills. People will come back to you, they will watch you, they will trust you, and they will seek your inputs because they understand that you're a skilled professional into that particular domain. A consultant means like there is a doctor, there is a sort of you can see CA is there. Same way you are an ERP HCM consultant or ERP technical consultant, ERP HCM supply chain consultant or financial consultant. So the company is the bigger key stakeholders of the company, board of directors. You will be dealing with them, giving them inputs, understanding their problem statement, understanding and work on to their future strategies and configuring the system as per the requirement from the business. Okay, so guys, once again, thank you all those who has already enrolled. That is something rewarding to you. All those who has already enrolled, the admin is working on to create your user account. You will be getting the user account. You will be getting all the access for our training material, and you will be created access into your our Triotech space has their own learning portal. You will be getting an access to that, and on daily basis by end of the session, within 2 hours, the daily based trainings will be uploaded into the portal for your reference and review. Okay, guys, before we proceed further as per the course curriculum, we will be going into very small sort of portions of the tools and the techniques. But before that, if you have any questions and queries related to what we have discussed yesterday, or if you have any doubts, for the first 10 minutes, I can take up your queries to address these things, and then we will be taking up with our actual course curriculum. Over to you guys. If you have anything, because I heard that okay, yesterday few of you have left out to ask the questions. Please best make use of time and let me know if you have any queries, and then we will proceed further.
Hey, hi, Bharat here.
Yeah, hi Bharat, tell me.
Sir, I'm actually a little bit in a paradoxical situation. I worked in Oracle PL/SQL for almost 16 years, and last 2, 3 years I've learned AI/ML and working as a data modeler, data engineer with Python and Azure Databricks. So, I'm more of an architect kind of a position now. But
Fine,
the thing,
fine, Bharat. For these sort of queries, you can connect after the class or connect with me one on one. That is, I can help you and guide you how you are going to pursue this
is,
course, and this is going to help. I was
yeah,
asking if you have any questions about the session that we have yesterday. Otherwise, we can proceed with the regular class. Okay.
I don't have any. I mean, right now I don't have any question, but
Okay.
I'll follow
Fine.
line with you.
Fine. Fine, guys. So as we discussed that, okay, there has been multiple aspects that
Uh, I One question I have. So we are going to get this environment link and all those things, right? Because we can practice it like whatever we learned, right?
okay, Pintu, this we have discussed yesterday also. There is a sheet that I have shown. What are
Yes.
the openings? You will be provided 5 months access. Multiple times we have discussed and repeated that if you get enrolled on the same day, you will be getting a
Mm.
7 month access, otherwise 5 month access. Okay,
Okay.
fine. Thank you, everyone. If anybody has any queries, we will take in the last of the session. Let's proceed with the application and understanding of these aspects. Okay, guys, I'm keeping everyone on mute. Please raise hand in case you want anything to be discussed across. Okay. So guys, what as we discussed that okay, cloud application is something that you does not need to install. You need to access that particular application. As you say, Gmail is a cloud-based application, Facebook, Netflix, or HDFC Bank net banking. All these are the cloud-based application. You can go if you have an internet, if you have a browser, you can use the URL. Every application has their unique URL. You can key in the URL. Once you key in the URL, it will take you username and password, and you will be landing into the application based on your username and password. Guys, suppose you have the access, suppose you have certain task, based on your roles and responsibility, based on the access level, you will be landing into the home screen. This is the home screen of the application. Based on the access level, the user that has logged in, different sort of tabs, sub tabs, different sort of icons will be displayed. Each of these icons will give you different sort of features, different sort of functionalities, and different sort of works. Okay, so guys, the first thing that we are discussing is how to access the application. As a consultant, you will be provided with this URL, username, password. You will key in the username, password, and URL into the browser, and then you will be landing where you are landing. This is the home screen. You will be landing into the home screen. Okay, guys, based on your access, the person who logs in, his name will be appear. In this right hand side corner, there is something, this settings and actions. Here you are supposed to log out. In case you want to log out the application, you can click onto this and log out. Okay, guys, all this screen is a home screen, and these are the different sort of tiles, different sort of sections, subsections. If you logged in, you might be able to see only 3 sections. If some other user logs in, he might be able to see 10 sections. In one of the sections, you will be able to see only 4 icons. In some other user, under the sales only, he will be able to see 10 sub icons. All that has to be controlled based on the roles, based on the responsibilities that you are authorized to work upon. Different set of screens, different sort of functions, different sort of transactional screens will be visible to you. Guys, what this is called? That is called role-based access control. Role-based access control means the access of this particular application, the access of this particular application is being controlled by different roles. Like suppose I, as a person, as a user, I logged in into the application, and my role into the organization is I am just an employee. Okay. Nobody is reporting to me. I am just an individual employee, individual contributor. So as a person that I have logged in, I have a different sort of set of roles and responsibility, and accordingly, I will be see the screens related to me, myself. That is, I am the employee. I will see this section called me. Okay. Guys, maybe I am working as an employee, but in addition to that, as an employee, I am working as a line manager also. Like there are certain employees who are reporting to me. Okay. So in that case, since there are different employees that may be reporting to me, so in that case, instead of me, I may be getting some another section that is my team or something. There may be some section related to my team that will be also visible to me. In case I logged in as an consultant or a user, and I am working as an HR of my organization. I am working, my roles is as a HR. So guys, in that case, what I will see this particular tab called my client group, which will give the privileges related to manage the employees into the organization. I can search for any employee. I can check the leaves of any employee. I can apply the leave for an employee. I can approve the leaves of any employee. So guys, what has happened? The access of this application is to be governed by different sort of rules that has been assigned to the user. Hope that is clear, guys. Okay. Okay. So guys, what we discussed that this is a cloud-based application, and to access into cloud-based application, what you need a URL, you need a username, you need a password. Once you do login with this credential. Where you will be landing? You will be landing into the home screen. Home screen, you will get what? You will be getting different sort of tabs, sections, or you can say pages, or you can say tiles. Okay, these are nothing. We used to call different sort of pages that you can access. How these pages can be accessed? Based on the roles, guys. Suppose there is a user, called user1. He has a role that, okay, this person is having a role as an employee. He's acting as an employee. So he will be able to see the screen. What is that screen? He can check his payslip. As an employee, you can check for your payslip, and you can maybe able to apply for leaves. Okay, and you can check your leave balance. These are the things that you can see as an employee if you log in into the application, maybe. Okay, there may be a person, the username is user2. He may be logging into the system and he's working as an HR for the organization. So guys, he may be able to see certain things. What he's able to see? He may be able to hire an employee. There is a screen to hire an employee. That is to maybe promote an employee. And there is a screen maybe to transfer the employee. So guys, based on the role, since this particular user has been tagged with one particular role, that role is an HR role. So that is the reason he is able to perform and see these sort of screens. But guys, any person who's acting as an HR to the company, he's HR for some employees, but internally he's also one of the employee to the company, right? So this user is having two roles. Suppose HR, he's acting as an HR for certain set of population, but in addition to that, for the company, he's also himself as an employee. So for the employee level, he will be having these sort of privileges to see these sort of screens also. Like as an employee, he could see his own pay slip, he can apply the leave for himself, and he can check his own leave balance. But as an HR, he can search any employee, he can create and hire an employee, he can promote an employee, or he can transfer the employee. Clear? If you understood this thing, guys, this we used to call as some terminology that you need to understand, that is role-based access control. So what does happen? Role-based access control, we used to call it as RBAC. Okay, that the access, the security of the software has been handled. That there should be user should be having the password, and we are sharing the URL, and they are able to log in into the system. And once they log in into the system, what they are authorized to work upon, what they are authorized to see, they were able to see only those sort of screens. They were able to perform those sort of transactions only. Okay, guys, in addition to that, two important terminologies that are very important to understand, that is authentication and authorization. Okay, authentication means, guys, you have a username password and you can authenticate yourself and log in into the system using valid username password. You can log in into the system. Like example, guys, suppose you are using a HDFC bank portal. Okay, if you have your valid username credentials registered with HDFC, you can go to their website as www.hdfc net banking portal. Click on to login, provide your username, provide your password, and you will be authenticated, and it will take you the home screen of the HDFC bank. Authorization, guys, authorization means, like suppose in this application we have logged in, but what we are authorized in, suppose we are authorized to hire the person, or we are authorized to access the functionality to terminate the person, we are supposed to authorize to create a new supplier, we are authorized to create a new invoice, or to create a new item, new product into the inventory, that we are authorized. If we are authorized, then we can perform those sort of set of operations. That is after logging in, authorized to perform specific set of actions or operations. Okay, So guys, all this that we have discussed, this is very basic about the application, and that is not a work of a technical consultant. These sort of activities are to be handled by admin. There, every application may be having some admin that may be responsible, guys. What his responsibilities are, he may be supposed to create new user. Okay, he may be supposed to reset the password of the user. He may be allowed to, in case some way the account has locked, he can unlock the password, he can unlock the user account. Okay, or he may be able to lock the user account for certain reason. He see that okay, user is not using the application correctly, or some miscellaneous activities he has observed, he can lock the account. He can do, he can activate the account. After creating the account, he is authorized to activate the account. Okay, or somehow what has happened, the user is trying to access the application, 3 times he has to pass on the wrong password, and your account get locked or it automatically get inactivated. So he can activate the account, or sometime if required that okay, there is an employee who's going for a 3 months of maternity leave, so he does not want to delete the account, but he can inactivate the account so that the person shall not be able to access the application outside from the office network. He cannot be able to authorize to access the thing. In addition to that, guys, admin what can do, he can create new role. Suppose create new custom roles is required, we can create a new custom role. Or what he can do, he can search for Oracle provided seeded roles. Okay, what he can do, using the seeded role, he can create a copy of seeded role, copy of seeded roles. Like guys, suppose there is one role, Oracle has provided some seeded role called, suppose Oracle provided some seeded role called Oracle HCM resource manager. Okay, this is one of the seeded role provided by Oracle, suppose. Okay, as if there is one user, that is user 1 or user 3, maybe we have the user 3. To this user 3, what we have assigned, we have assigned this role. Okay, and what this role is capable of, this particular role, if any user is having this role, he can hire the employee, he can transfer the employee, he can terminate the employee, and he can even promote the employee. These sort of functionalities are offered automatically. If any user is there and we have given and assigned this role, the person logs in into the application and he is authorized to perform these 4 sort of operation. But what your customer, the client that you have been working on, suppose you have been working for Adani Group, and they said that okay, in my company I have the HR. To that HR, I want to give some role, should have some role. Okay, that will allow her to perform higher operation and promote operation and maybe just transfer operation. Okay, guys, so what will happen? You will say that, okay, Oracle has already provided this role, but this is going to offer you 4 sort of capabilities. Adani as a customer says that, okay, I also want to use the role. I have one user, that user 4, but in this user, I want to give the access. What sort of access I want to give? To user 4, I want to give the access that they can perform only these sort of operations. What sort of operations they are authorized to perform? They are supposed to perform these sort of operations only. Can perform. This is the requirement. So guys, in that case, what is going to happen, as we said that all this that I am explaining is copying a seeded role. What we will do, we will create a copy of this particular role. We will create a copy, give it a unique name. Suppose we will give a name called XXADN, that is for Adani. And this is a new role that we have created. In this role, guys, by default, since we have created a copy of this role, this is a copy of this role. This is a copy of this role. So by default, what will happen? By default, these four functionalities will come inside this new role also. Hire will come, transfer will come, promote will come, and terminate will come. Okay. Want this particular permission. So in this new role, you remove this functionality. And so now if you have assigned this user has been provided which role, this new role that we have customized role that we have created to this user, we can assign this role. If this role has been assigned, then guys, what has happened? If user 3, this user 3, this user 3 is having this seeded role. So what user 3 can do? User 3 can perform all these four operations. Okay, user 3 can perform all these operations, but user 4 is not having a seeded role. He has a copy of seeded role, and from that copy we have removed one of the functionality. So the user 4 can only do these sort of three operations. So guys, all these activities has to be handled and taken care by the admin. Admin can create a new user, reset the password, lock, unlock, activate, inactivate, create new role. And then guys, what it is supposed to do, admin can perform the activity of assign roles to user. Okay, suppose this user is currently having this role. In addition to that, they are requiring for payroll manager role also. So admin can go search for this user and assign the role. So we will be learning as part of this particular training, all these admin related activity are to be handled by security console. Okay, there is one screen, there is one sort of technology. Okay, this normally we don't have the technical consultant in any of the live project. This access is not with the technical consultant. There is an admin of the application. They have the access for this screen and they should be able to perform these sort of things. Quickly, we will be understanding how to create a new user, set a reset password, how to create a copy of the roles or how to assign the things. This is important that, okay, since we are claiming that we are going to be a senior, a trained professional, we are already working and being an experienced 2 to 3 years of experience, guys. So it is important that, okay, that people in the interviews will ask you the security related things. Have you worked into security? What do you understand by user? Can we assign multiple roles to the user? Yes. Can we create a copy of the user? Can we activate a user account? Can we deactivate a user account? So you can simply say, yes, I know all these features. I have worked. I do have the access into lower instance where I have supported my business, but in production, we have a administrative team that is going to handle these things. Clear, guys, as of now? Please give me a thumbs up impression if you are clear. Fine. So guys, if you understand that what we used to say, I'm telling very basic things only, guys. Okay. In first few days, we are just setting up the base for you guys. So guys, as we said that, okay, we need to have this URL. URL, what we used to call this use, guys? This URL we used to call instance, or we used to call as pod. Okay. Guys, any company, like suppose we take an example of Adani. Suppose Adani has purchased this particular software called Fusion. Okay. They have purchased this software from Fusion from company called Oracle. Oracle is the parent company who has sold this particular software. So once they have shared this, they will share the URL. Generally, Adani as a company will be minimum having multiple URLs. One is for the production environment and one is for your, you can say, development environment or test environment. Okay. Minimum any company is having two instances, two URLs. Okay. that we are going to use. So guys, what is the practice? All the development, all the configuration, all the testing is supposed to be done in this test instance. It is a replica of your production. Once you are done with all the configuration, all the development, all the report development, all the data loading activities, and you are satisfied, you get the UAT approval from the customer, then we will do migrate all these components from test instance to production, which is your live instance, where the business is actually performing the live transactions. Okay. So guys, talking about these things, this is the application. Let's understand the basic of the application. In the basic of the application, guys, if you go to any of the screen, once you come to the home screen, these are the tabs, sub tabs. Okay. These tabs may be having different sort of functionalities, different sort of screens, how you can access and how these are available based on the role that you are having. If you go to a person management screen, it will open up some sort of screen. And guys, you go to any of the module, like you go into supply chain, you go into financials, you go into human capital management, the basic component structure, the structure of the screens will be always like two sections. One is the search section and one is the result section. In the search section, suppose this particular business object is related to the person, there are certain fields that you can search upon. You can search for certain person which are having a person number 100 percentage. That means the first three characters should be 100 and after that anything. And you can click onto this search button to list down those sort of implies. See guys, if you want to access some screen that will show the invoice, that will show the purchase order, that will show the account payables, this receipts, similar sort of screens are there. Structure is like this only. Okay, there will be certain search fields. Based on those search fields, you will be searching the things. Once you searching the fields based on the criteria that we have passed across, we will be getting the results. In that results, certain columns will be having hyperlink. Once we click onto that hyperlink, it will take us to the further drill down and detail of that particular business object. Okay, so guys, the screens will be look like this. If you want to see the details, always these screens will be into read only mode only. Okay, suppose this is a employee related data or a purchase order data or a invoice data, the screen will open like this. There will be something called edit. Once you click on to edit, click on to correct mode, all this screen will be open up into the correction mode. All these fields will be editable. You can do the changes into these screens. Suppose I want to put the worker category as white collar. Okay. I want to make this employee as a regular employee, as a full-time employee. I'll make these changes. In all the screens, the view will be same and the process to create or update or delete or search will remain same. Okay. Once you are done the changes, click on to save. Once you save, then you will be asked to review. Click on to review. In the review, it will show you what are the changes that you have done. It will list down all the fields that we have undergo the changes. See, it is saying that these are the few fields that we have changed. Currently, the value, currently we have not saved it, committed into the system. So it's saying current value is this and proposed value is this. Currently, there is no data and we are proposing this value. If we are satisfied with the changes, we can click on to submit. Click on to yes, it will be submitted. So guys, now since it has been committed into the system, you will see these fields which we have set. This is white collar, this is regular, this has been saved successfully, and full time we have passed as full time. In case you want to come out, guys, you can click on to close and you will come out. So guys, in a Fusion application, one business object may be having multiple sub business object. Like this is the employee details. Employee, what this employee is supposed to work, in which department he's working, what is the position of the employee, what is the job that he's been working, whether this employee is a full-time employee or not, what is the working hour of the employees, all these details related to the employee's work environment. Okay, but suppose you want to see the personal details of the employee, in any of the screen, if you navigate, there is the right hand side, this is the task bar, guys. These three notepad sort of icon is the task. If you click onto the task, based on the user access, the person who has logged in, there may be different sub pages will be listed down. Suppose you want to see the personal information, click onto person. It will list down the personal details about the employee, like his phone number, his religious activity, his particular name details, see name details, address details, his national identifier details, his date of birth details, legislation details, his marital and gender related details, these higher education related details, email details, phone details. And guys, as a technical consultant, why I am explaining this, like suppose you have been asked to create a report to extract the data, to extract the newly hired employees data. Okay, so you build the report, but you have to test that report also, right? Whatever the data which is getting fetched from the report, you have to go and navigate to these screens. It is not mandatory that we will be knowing all the screens and we should be able to perform the transactions at our own. This is a responsibility of a functional consultant. For every technical component, there will be a functional component consultant associated with you. He will coordinate, he will work, he will guide and provide you all the inputs and requirement from the front end perspective. But over a period of time, once you keep building the report of the same type, same module, same type of requirement, you will be slowly and steadily building that competency that you will be learning one screen, two screen, 10 screen, 50 screens, so that you will become self-independent. You does not need to rely on to the business consultant. You will navigate and try the things. But to navigate, how to edit, how to save, how to search, how to go for different tasks, you might not be aware whether the salary details of the employees is available into this page or in this page or this page. Who will tell that? That is a responsibility of a functional consultant. He will test, he will create a test case, he will tell that okay, these are the employees that I have created with this salary, and you prepare the report to fetch me the employee details, his phone number, his email address, and his salary details. So suppose you created and you reported back to the functional user, they have tested and they reported that your report is not working correct. The report is not working correctly because for this particular employee 10030, the report is not fetching and giving me the phone number and employee details. So know the navigation, you will go search for this employee and search and come here and check, and you will revert back, my report is correct, your data is not correct, there is no data. Okay, if you populate the data and rerun the report must be need to fetch the data. Clear? So guys, that is the reason that I am explaining you this very basic things about the Fusion application. Okay, this is how that different screen can be accessible, and we can be able to search the record, go to the main business component of that record, we can add it, we can save, we can submit, we can again search, we can go to sub components of those particular things. And the structure of the pages is like that. Page is there, buttons are there, tabs are there, each tab may be having sub tabs, different tables. Okay, each page may be having different sections that we are not particularly very knowingly aware of this, but it is good to know that okay, how the look and feel of the application and how the pages and how we are supposed to navigate to these different pages. Okay, now guys, if you want to close the record, you can close the record. If you want to search the record again, we will be landing into the same screen. We can click and search for the page again by passing some different fields that we are interested in and click on to search icon. Okay, guys, if we are standing onto any particular page, we want to go to the home screen. How we can go? This button is the home icon. We can click onto this home icon. We will be drilling down that okay, we are going into my client group. Under my client group, we are going into maybe uh, there is a section called maybe work structure. This is second level drill down. Under work structure, guys, there has been different pages. We will be going into this particular page. So this is the 3 level. In case we need to go to the home page now, what we are supposed to do, guys, we are supposed to go that directly we can click onto this home and it will take us to the home screen. It doesn't matter where you are standing, whether you are standing at the first level or 10th level. If you click onto this home icon, it will take you to the home screen. Okay. Guys, next very important thing is that in the home screen, in the left hand side corner, these three bars are there. You can see and access different pages from here. Like if you're standing into my client group is having these pages: hiring, journey, new person, person management. The same things can be accessible. Oracle has given two different places to navigate and access the pages. If you click onto this icon, navigator, the same set of things which are visualized into home page will be visible here also. See what is sales, Redwood, service, me, procurement, and my client group. Same way in the same order: sales, Redwood, service, me, procurement, my client group. If you click onto this, go to my client group, you have hiring, journey, new person, person management. Same way here we have hiring, journey, person management, and this both the places will take you to the same sort of a screen. Okay. Guys, in addition to that, what of our curriculum, as we discussed, that okay, there are certain small sort of utilities that we are learning as part of Fusion Technical Consultant. There has been small sort of software, so small sort of utilities has been offered by Oracle that we are going to learn. Let's set preferences. Okay, then we have something called report analytics. We have security console that has been utilized by the security console has been utilized by the admin, that we have discussed the conceptually and the theoretically. If you have been the admin, go to the security console. Under tools, go to the security console, and this is the screen that we get. Okay. If you go to the user, this screen will give you the access to search for different sort of users. Okay. Like suppose our username is starting with Sam, put Sam and search. There's all the users which are having the name called Sam that will be listed down. If you want to see the user details, click onto this user. You will see that this is the name of the user. This is the first name, last name. This is the associated email address of the user. This is the employee number associated with this particular user, whether this user is active or inactive, or what are the current roles this particular user is having. This user is having these many roles. Any user can have n number of roles. There is no limit that, okay, user can have only 2 roles, 5 roles, 10 roles. And there could be cross-functional roles also, guys. Suppose the person is working as a payroll manager, he is working as an HR manager. In addition to that, he is working as a procurement head, or he is working as a financial head. So he can have all these 4 roles, and he can simultaneously log in into the application once, and he will be able to perform all those sort of actions simultaneously without logging in, logging out again and again, and without switching his role. If anybody of you from the EBS background, guys, there is a concept of responsibilities. If you are having 3 responsibility, you are standing into one responsibility, and then you have to access the page which is available into responsibility 2. You have to switch the responsibility to access that page. That is not required here, guys. Here the application has been simplified. This is the application. The same application, you take the URL and open multiple times, multiple places. No worries, it will work. Guys, in this URL, I'm standing into this page and I'm performing some transaction here. In this, I'm still into the home page. I can go into different pages. I can open this application into the same browser multiple times. Fine, it will be workable. I can take this URL and I can open this URL into some different browser also. I can go and open into different browser. Multiple instances of the same application by the same user can be open. You want to open this application into your mobile phone, you can use this particular URL into your mobile browser. It will open. There is no harm, there is no issue regarding that. Okay. So guys, that is the beauty. The cloud-based application can be accessible from multiple places at the same time simultaneously, and it will give you multitasking sort of capability while you are filling the data and performing something, or you are comparing some roles here, while you can do some activities into some other screen for different business objects. Okay. Additionally, guys, if you see this, there is very important thing, guys. Suppose you are browsing some application, you are browsing some sort of URL, and you want that URL to be accessible to you at a regular interval of time. Then, guys, what you are going to do, you will bookmark that URL by clicking onto this star. We will use to bookmark that particular URL. Same way, guys, suppose there is some one particular page that we are interested in. That page is very important. As a person that you once logged in, you are accessing that page at a regular interval of time. But to access the page from here, you have to click once into the navigator, then you have to go into my client group, then you have to go to work structures, then you have to click onto the jobs. But instead of clicking 5 times, you want that always this page should be accessible at the top. You can go to that page and click onto this star icon. What will happen? This star icon will make that particular page stored as a favorites for you. So you can directly access that particular page directly from the this star. Once you click onto this star, that will list down all those pages which are marked as favorites for you. See, this has two things. Whatever the recent pages that we have access, that will be visible. Like hire and imply page, reason page, work structure page, it will directly, you can navigate from here. Okay. Or otherwise, if you have added certain page into favorites, that pages will be added into favorites. Like we have added this hire and imply page as a favorite. We can directly click on this and we will be routed to this. See, this is the page that is the hire and imply page where there will be different sort of fields it is asking under different sections and different categories. Some fields may be, guys, that are mandatory in the application. The fields which are mandatory, that has been represented as with this star icon. As we discussed that, okay, we will be learning how to customize the application, how to customize the look and feel of the application. That we are going to learn that, okay, certain fields are mandatory. We don't want this field to be mandatory. We don't want this field to be visible. We want this field to be mandatory. To make any field mandatory or non-mandatory, we will be working, and to make any field visible, not visible, there is a tool available that we will be learning to do the customization of the application. Second thing, guys, there is a customization tool available. Like suppose we used to call, we used to call this particular thing as a person number. Okay, the system is showing it as a person number, but we don't want to call it as a person number. Adani group want to see it as an employee number. So what you need to do, you want to change that in the entire software of the Adani group. We want to call wherever the person number is been written by Oracle, we need to call it as a employee number. So there is a tool that will help us. We have 2 clicks to be done. Search for the word called person number, and we can replace the person number with that particular new string, and automatically on the fly, without coding and nothing, the entire application wherever the person number is written, it will be changed as an employee number. Okay, so guys, that are the different sort of customization tools that we are going to learn. And once you are performing any sort of transaction, guys, here you could see an example of train. Once you fill all these things, you will click on to next. It will take you some personal information, then take next. It will ask you your contact details, phone details. It will ask you salary details. Then all the details that we have filled across into different forms, it will show us to review. And then once we will review it, then we will save it and submit it to hire an employee. In case you want to cancel, click on to cancel, and it will take you out of this particular transaction. Okay. So guys, second thing is, like suppose as we said and discussed that, okay, there are certain transactions that we need the system to approve those transactions. Suppose you are hiring an employee or you are promoting an employee. As a line manager, you are promoting an employee, but once a line manager, you are promoting an employee, that should need to be reviewed and approved by your HR manager of that department. So the HR should need to be notified that, okay, like there is a user which has been promoted by the line manager. His record is there for your reviewer. You please review it, accept it or reject it. So guys, how the line HR manager will be getting notified? Once the HR manager logs in into their software, into their access, they will see this bell icon and they will see some number. That number will show that, okay, there are certain activities, there are certain notification that has been listed there for your review, that the HR manager should need to review certain sort of activities. So guys, as a part of this particular training, how to create and build a custom notification, custom workflows that we will be learning. And this is important that, okay, once we are designing the custom workflow, it should need to be reviewed and approved by line manager, HR manager, payroll manager. So they will come, click onto this. If this is the notification that they are interested in, they will come, click onto this hyperlink. It will show the details about that notification with the button that you want to dismiss this or you want to approve it. Accordingly, they will see the buttons and they will act upon, and the transaction will be submitted and committed into the system. Clear? Guys, in any of the page you will go, okay, it doesn't matter. Always this above I template, these buttons will be a global buttons. These buttons will be always displayed to us. Okay. These are the global buttons that will be always visible to entire application. Doesn't matter which tab, which screen, which sub screen you will travel, this will be always visible to us. Okay. Now, guys, as we talk about different sort of utilities, as we are working onto this security console, guys. So here, suppose you have to reset the password. The person says that, okay, I forgot my password. So as an admin, you will come search for the user under this user, search for the user, come here, click on to reset password. In that reset password, guys, you click on to reset manual password. You can give some password. Like suppose I give the password as test at the rate 123 and then test at the rate 123. Okay, and we try to password same, so it will give error that, okay, the passwords are not matching, because instead of 3 I have passed 4. If I pass 3, then if they are matching, there is no mismatch, then we can reset the password. Okay, so guys, since we have reset the password, if I take this particular URL, if I go to some another browser, like suppose this is my new browser, if I'm trying to access this application from this particular browser, yeah, home login screen, it will ask me the username password. Which username? This is my username, and this is the password that I have set, TEST@123. And once we click on to sign in, what we will be landing into? We will be landing into the application home screen. See, guys, since this user is having a minimum sort of privileges, okay, he is having very limited access. What sort of access he is having? If we go, he is having the access related to the supply chain only, something related to the supplier. He can work upon only to create supplier, search supplier, edit supplier, something related to the supplier. He is only having these 4, 5 sort of roles. That is the reason once we log in with this particular user, he will be able to see only 2, 3 tabs. Okay, he's not able to see multiple tabs. And if you could see under those tabs also, under tools, you will see that, okay, he's able to see the tools, but this user is having more privileges. That is the reason under tools for this user, we are seeing so many pages. But for this particular user, there may be very limited access. For tools also, the sub pages also are very limited. Okay, so that is what the meaning of role-based access control. Okay, now, guys, under tools, as we discussed that, okay, there is something called preferences that will be also a topic of customization or personalization of the application that we will be learning as part of our course curriculum. Okay, for time being, if we focus on to the security and analytics, guys, if you want to reset the password, you understood. If you want to remove some role from this user, you click onto this edit. Once you click onto edit, in case you want to deactivate this account, the employee is going for a long vacation, you want to deactivate the account, as an admin, search for the account, come here, click on to activate and save it, the account will be deactivated. Guys, in case the account has been logged by certain means and employee has reported that, okay, by my mistake I have logged the account, please, I am sharing you the my line manager approval, please unlock it. As an admin, you will come, search for the employee, edit this. If this is checked, you will uncheck and unlock and save it. Okay. For time being, let's keep it as active. In case this employee is having 5 roles, the manager has reported to you as an admin that, okay, earlier this employee required this role, but now this role is not required for this employee. Please remove that role. You will come, click on to edit. This role is there. You can click on to this and role will be deleted. Once role will be deleted, you can click on to save and close. Suppose all the roles to be deleted, guys. The person might be having 200 roles. It is not feasible that you can go and delete one by one. There is a button called remove all roles. We can remove all the roles at one time. Okay. Suppose requirement is that we are supposed to add one more role. As an admin, you have been asked to add few roles to this user. Come edit it, click on to add role, search for the role. Suppose human capital application administrator. This is one of the role. If we select this role, the role will be listed down there. You can click onto this role and click on to add membership role. Done. Close this. You will see that role will be listed and role will be added to this user. This role will be added and then you will click on to close and save and close. And then done. So the user that you have searched for, that user is able to have this new role. Again, if you go and search for this particular user, you will be see that this user is having this role. Again, you have been asked to remove the role. Go to the edit, remove the role, whichever which you want to remove. Okay. The same way as you are able to search for the user, there's one more functionality. One user is Sam Anand and one user is Sam Brown. Okay. You want to compare the role of this particular user. We know this user is having 5-6 roles. If you click on to Sam Brown, you will see that how many roles this having. This is having a role related to GSC. He is not having any role related to supplier or something. Okay. If you come back here and you want there's something called compare user. Click on to compare user. You search for first user. The first user that you are interested is in Sam. Suppose this is the user. And the second user that you are interested in to compare the roles is that is Sam Brown. And you click on to compare, it will list down all the roles of that this user is having and this user is having. Every role which is there with the this user and but does not have this user, it will be marked as green. And role which are there with the Sam Brown and which are there with the this user also, both user having these roles, it will be listed as green. And the role which are only with the Sam Brown, if you say only in second user, if you click onto this, these roles are with this user, but these roles are not with this users. Okay. Now, guys, one more interesting thing that you will see that Piyush in front, we can see only 5-6 roles only to be tagged. But here, once we are comparing, there is a huge list is coming from where these roles are coming. See, 300, 400 roles. Guys, because in Fusion, one role is a combination of multiple roles. One role may be internally contain 100 and 1,000 sort of roles, sub roles, functionalities, different sort of privileges, different sort of screens. And once we compare here, it will list down all the top level to the deepest level. It is showing the type as inherited role. This is the role which is not directly assigned to the user, but there is one role with the user, which role is internally calling this role. That is the reason. In front end, we will see only 6 roles, but these 6 roles may be ending up almost 600 roles. Okay. So guys, as of now, what we have discussed what is role-based access control, how to navigate, how to search, how to get the look and feel of the application, what are the global buttons, global bars. We have discussed about how to navigate to the application from the home screen or from the navigator. We discuss about something related to the tools, and under tools, guys, one of the utility that is an admin sort of utility. Admin will use this utility to work upon to create new things, create new user. All what we have discussed reset user password, lock, unlock, active, inactive, create a new custom role that we have not discussed. We will be discussing about assigning the role, removing the role, and we have discussed about comparing the user. What we have discussed here, assign roles, we discuss about remove roles, and we have even discussed about compare users. Okay. Same way, guys, in that if we have the user screen, same way we have a role screen. All the roles which has been offered by Oracle, whether they are the seeded roles or they have been custom roles, you search for the role here by the name. You search for the role, click onto the role will be list down there. This role is one role which we have assigned to the user. This is the code of the role. This is the description about the role. And this role may be having so many sub roles, that roles, sub roles, sub to sub role hierarchy will be listed down there. Okay. You want to see what all users in my application who are being assigned with this role. Click onto user and search. What it will tell, this role has been assigned to different sort of users. What are those users? These are the users to whom this role has been assigned. These are the 10, 20, 30 users for whom this role is being also assigned. So as an audit perspective, admin need to check this role is with which all users. He can search this role, he can select the user, he will get the list, he can click on to export Excel, and he will be able to export this list, and he will share this list with the manager that, okay, why your team member is having this critical role, please conclude, or otherwise I am going to remove all this role from all the team members. Clear? Guys, these roles are inherited. This you can see into a list view, or you want to see into a graphical view, click onto this graphical view. It will list down the roles into a graphical view. This is the center role which is having these inner roles. If you zoom in, zoom out, you will be seeing the roles one after one, one after one. There will be 100 and 1,000 roles which will be inherited into different roles. Here, this is the role which has been assigned to this user, since we have selected this as a user. If we select as privileges or something, we will be able to see here, we will be selecting it as a roles. And then if you are going to the graphical view, we will see this is the role which is having multiple sort of sub roles. You can see into these different sort of manners also. Okay. Like in addition to that, guys, since we are comparing the user, in case you want to compare the roles, there is a role one and role two. Role one give you five functionalities. Role two might be giving six functionality. Which is the functionality? How you will get to know? You will click on to compare roles. In this compare role button, guys, same way you can select the role one here, and then you will select role 2 here and click on to compare button. It will list down all the features, sub features, sub functionality, sub roles, sub privileges, and all the things related to those roles. And you can compare that the role 1 is having 5 lines and role 6 is going to be total 6th line. This 6th line which is not there in the role 1. Okay. In addition to that, guys, can we delete a role? The role which has been provided by Oracle, can we delete? Guys, majorly the roles which has been provided by most of the roles which has been Oracle provided role will be starting with the keyword called ORA. Otherwise, if the roles are specific for some particular module, for human capital management, for person management, the modules are, the roles may be started with HRC. For supply chain, it will be starting with HCM. For financial, it will be starting with finance. Like that will be the nomenclature. Can we delete the Oracle provided role? No, guys, we cannot delete any role. Okay. If you click onto this, guys, can we edit the seeded role? Suppose Oracle has provided this role. Can we edit? Yes, we can add it, but it is not recommendable. Why you want to add it? Suppose this role is going to give 5 features. You want to add it and you want to remove 2 features. So guys, it is not recommended that we will edit the seeded role, but instead of that, we will select the role and click a copy of the role. We will create a copy of the role, and in this copy, it is just a replica of this role having 5 features. You want to remove 2 features? Okay, we will remove 2 features. Like suppose we want to create a role, all the roles, top role as well as inherited role, click on to copy It will take some time. This will create a role with this particular name. This keyword has been added as a custom name for our client, and then click next. It may be having different functionalities. It may be having different sort of features. It may be having different sort of roles. Whatever the things which has been listed, you don't want this particular role to have this role. Okay, select this sub role and delete this. Like that, instead of deleting from the seed role, we create a copy and delete the functionality that we are not interested to assign, and click next. Click next. Do you want to assign this role to any user? Here you can click on to add user, and you can give the username called, suppose Sam. We want to assign this role to Sam. We want to give it to, suppose, Sam Anand. The new role that we are going to create to be assigned to this role. Add user to the role, and our job is done. And then this person will be listed down there. Click next, and whatever the changes, whatever the things that you have removed, it will show. It says that okay, you have added one user and you have removed one privileges. Click submit and close, and internally this role will be created. A copy of this role will be created. So guys, if this role may containing thousands of role, it may take 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, half an hour to get the copy created. How you will monitor whether the copy is getting created or not? As an admin, you will come to the admin screen. Under this admin section, guys, there is a role screen. Under this role screen, guys, role status screen is also there. All the copying of the role is being progressed and can be tracked here. If you come to the role status, you can refresh. It will say that okay, whether the copy of the role is successful or error out, or it has taking some time to get reviewed. Okay, guys, currently this is a test instance. We don't have the privileges to create the custom roles, or we don't have the privileges to create a copy of the role. That is the reason it has error out. Okay, otherwise the process will be same, similar. And once you select these particular things, just click on to submit. It will take 2-3 minutes. You can come check. It will be showing as in progress, and after some time it will be showing as a completed. Okay. So guys, that is what we have planned for today. This is very basic about the navigations of the application, look and feel of the application, how we can search different business object, how we can perform different sort of transactions, how we can edit, how we can save the transaction, how we are going to review the data. We have discussed about the global buttons. We have discussed about the navigators and the tile view to access. We have discussed how different tools are available and how we are going to learn. We have also discussed the admin sort of functionality. Every project must be having an admin, and they are authorized to perform specific tasks. These are not the things that a technical consultant should be performing, but it is always good to know these additional things also. So that is what we have planned for today, guys. Over to you guys. In case you have any questions, doubts, queries, please let me know. Otherwise, we can wrap up the session for today.
Yeah, team. So before getting into the questions, so we have a small announcement. So first of all, thanks for the session, Piyush. And team, yesterday and today we had 2 free demo sessions. And from tomorrow onwards, we are starting a regular classes. So only for those who enrolled, we'll be sharing a new meeting link. So we can see that few of the participants have already enrolled with us. For them, team is creating the accesses and sharing it over the email. So whoever not yet enrolled, we request everyone to please reach out to us and get yourself enrolled today, so that we'll be sharing the new meeting link, and you will be added to the WhatsApp group, and meeting link will be shared only over the WhatsApp group. So I request everyone to reach out to us and get yourself enrolled. Thank you.
Yes. Yes, guys, over to you. If you have any questions that you are looking for to get clarification, let me know.
Piyush, as a technical consultant, what are the roles assigned commonly?
To the user who's working as a technical consultant, there is only one role that consider and being assigned that contains all the things, that is application implementation consultant. Okay, the role is application implementation consultant.
Okay.
Like if you are from e-based background, there is a role like you will be getting HCM administrator or system administrator, right? Once you get the system administrator, you will get all the access to create a value set and different sort of things to be configured into the system, right? You can create a concurrent program, executable, create value set, lookup values. Okay, same way there is a role called application implementation consultant. This role is the primary role that will perform all Oracle Fusion functional setup and duties. It will give all the access related to the duties that are supposed to be performed. In addition to that, if somebody who's supposed to work as a BIP consultant, because as a BIP you have to have the role that is also BI administrator role is there. BI admin role is there. Okay, BI administrator role is there. Once the user is having this role, he should be able to perform to create a report, run the report, assign the report, edit the report, create a layout, all those functionalities he should be able to perform. Okay. Generally, this role will not be directly assigned to the user because this is already inherited into the application implementation consultant role. Okay.
Okay. And as a technical consultant, he has to do responsibility like data loading activities, BI reporting and extraction, and past formula sum activities. So this implementation role is enough, or is there any other roles they will assign?
I didn't get you what you're saying.
As of you said, application manager role, na? So if employee is assigned to
90% of the technical work, whatever the different tools that we are supposed to work upon, right? Like BAP, OTBA, HCM extract, fast formulas. Okay. These will be, most of the things will be covering up with this application implementation consultant role. Okay.
okay,
Guys,
okay.
we have lot of things that we are going to work and learn through a technical perspective. These few 2 3 days sessions, that is just a add-on activities, so you will be having a more clarity how is the real-time project, what sort of different combination, what sort of different consultant team member, what sort of work they have been involved into, right? So once you face the interviews, you get into the discussion, you should be able to articulate like how in a real-time project that you have been working, what is the team size, who are the key players into your team. Do not focus more into these activities which are not related to us. Okay, suppose you join any team, you have to work on to BIP. Okay, you will go and report, you will get the laptop. It is not your responsibility. Somebody who's going to give you the URL, username, password, they should need to assign some role to your user. You go and access, you are not able to see, you are not able to access that particular screen where you are supposed to build the report. You will just report back to them. It is not our concern, it is not our responsibility. Okay.
Yeah, Piyush, and one more question. So if we face interviews, so they are asking scenario-based questions. They'll give example like, and they will set scenario and they will expecting answers. So we are able to answer by end of these sessions.
That is what we have committed and expecting. We are committing that by end of this particular training, you can easily claim yourself to have 2 years of minimum experience, provided you will be following dedicatedly regular classes, going through the videos, going through the assignment, read through the documentation that has been provided, and definitely practicing a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
And you will also provide the notes of all the things.
Already, as I said, that okay, we have a drive, all the files, all the notes, all the PPTs, whatever information is required that we are referring into the training, that will be always there in the first day. Once you enroll, you will be getting all the material. The live notes that we are preparing and explaining, these will be also provided on a daily basis.
Okay, team. I think
Sure, thank you.
we can wrap up the session. So, team, whoever has not yet enrolled, please do reach out and get yourself enrolled today to receive the tomorrow's meeting link. Thank you.
Okay, thank you everyone.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.